Our Weed of the Week is actually the second biggest acre crop in the United States. It's soybeans, but in this case, it's volunteer soybeans that are showing up somewhere where you don't want them. We'll tell you how to stop this weed.
If you had some harvest loss in your soybean fields in 2020, you're going to have to fight those in 2021 when you're planting corn or whatever crop you go to. So these volunteer soybeans are going to be a problem, especially when you consider how many things they could already be resistant to. They could be resistant to 2,4-D, dicamba, Roundup, Liberty, even HPPD products, so you may not have many choices there to kill those beans.
Right, so that's probably the first thing, is figure out, all right, what trait do I have and what is it already tolerant to? Because yeah, if it's tolerant to HPPD, honestly, that's one of my go-to things anymore. I say, oh yeah, throw an HPPD out there, that'll be great. I always used to say dicamba or 2,4-D. Now, the only good thing I'll tell you is the dicamba tolerant soybeans are controlled easily by 2,4-D. The 2,4-D tolerant soybeans are controlled easily by
But I don't want to spray 2,4-D out in my corn. So that's not going to be a good option. I got an option though, Stinger. Stinger would be one that would actually kill the beans and would be safe to the corn.
Well, I know, but Stinger's okay. It's just, it doesn't completely kill that bean a lot of times. I've gone out there with decent rates, I thought, of Stinger, and I go, oh, the bean's all curled up. It looks ugly, but it's still sitting there.
I've had some farmers tell me, you know, atrazine worked great on soybeans one time, it killed them, and the next time it hardly even touched them.
Right. So what we're telling you here is this is a real challenge. All right, we've got a lot of herbicides in corn that will control soybeans, but you got to be careful about which soybeans you're trying to control.
All right, now, Toradon is another great option, Brian. It smokes soybeans. I don't care what trait they have. However, that's not going to be good out in a crop field because it's going to carry over forever.
Well, it all depends. You aren't going to be planting a broadleaf crop for the next 10 years, but if that's okay with you, then sure, Toradon would work. Don't use Toradon, okay? That's probably not the way to go.
No, it's sure not. And you know, here's the thing with volunteer soybeans. We don't really have great pre-emerge treatments in corn or, of course,
well, you can burn down what's there. If you, let's say you were to use Sharpen, that'll burn down everything that was there. Gramoxone, burn down everything that was there. So those we know will work.
Yes, you can burn them down, but you don't have a pre-emerge residual that's necessarily going to take them out. It's going to be safe for the crop that you're growing.
Yeah, but you mentioned Stinger. Okay, so we could certainly go out there with Sure Start or Triple Flex. That would definitely help. All right, let's talk about wheat real quick. I would say there, start with Sharpen to burn everything down. You certainly could go out with Prepare pre-emerge. That ALS will ding up the soybeans, and then post-emerge, you should be able to control them fairly well with Husky.
And of course, Wide Match would work as well because you'd have that Stinger in there.
Yep, absolutely. So anyway, there are many ways to kill volunteer soybeans, but just be careful what type of soybean, what trait of soybean you're trying to control.
That's all the time we have for this week's Weed of the Week, but Iron Talk is coming up next.